Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie and today when you're seeing this it is my birthday. I'm going to be 27, what the heck. But anyway, as you can tell, we are going to be filming one of my favourite videos ever. We are going to be picking my February TBR. I don't think I've ever done one of these for February, so this is really exciting. I'm literally wearing pink in honor of the month of love. So yeah, I'm really hoping that the TBR gods are going to be good to us today and give us some really cutesy prompts, especially as it being my birthday month. I really want to read some good books. So if you haven't watched one of these before, what we do is pick 6 or 7 prompts from this TBR jar and we're going to find books on my bookshelves corresponding to those prompts and attempt to read them throughout the month. I want to say last month went kind of well. For me, it isn't finished yet, but let's hope that I manage to squeeze a couple more books off my January TBR into the month of January. We will see, and I will keep you guys updated because I'm planning on filming bi-monthly wrap-ups. So at the end of February or the beginning of March, I'm going to do my January and February wrap-up. So we will find out if I read all of the books from last month's TBR jar and all of the books from this month. So February being a bit shorter, I think I'm going to pick 6 prompts for this video. I'm going to give this a good shake because I don't want to get necessarily the same prompts I got last time. Okay, I think that's good enough. I'm going to dig deep for this one. Okay, here is prompt number 1. Oh my god. I think that was upside down for you guys, but it says guaranteed to make me cry. That is not the first prompt we wanted for February. This is the month of Valentine's. Cutesy romance vibes is not the month of crying. I also don't haul tons of books that I feel like are going to make me cry because I want escapism. I want wholesome, comforting reads. I don't know how I managed that, but I actually found loads of books. Let's go through these really quickly. So we've got One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which I know is a romance. Obviously it would be perfect for February, but one thing about Taylor Jenkins Reid, she's always going to make me cry. I absolutely bawled with Evelyn Hugo, so I do feel like it's a good bet. It's about this woman, Emma, who loses her fiance. I think he goes missing and is presumed dead, and then she ends up falling in love with another guy because she's trying to move on. But then her original fiance comes back into the picture. He was never dead, he was just missing. I just have a feeling this is definitely going to pull my heartstrings, and I just feel like this author's writing does get to me. She creates such real characters that I can't help but cry when things go really badly, and I am genuinely not one to cry with books. So yeah, it's super impressive, so I feel like this is a good option. We've also got A Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman. It's about an old man and his kind of friendship that he develops with this family that moves in next door to him, but he's like this grouchy, lonely old man. From what I know, it is super sad. I just don't know if now's the time that I want to read this. I still haven't finished Beartown. I think I've got about 100 pages or so left of that book. For whatever reason, I'm just struggling to finish it but don't want to DNF it. So I do think it would probably be a bad idea to start another book by the same author. The next one is We Do Not Part by Hen Kang, which is a book that I have talked about a lot recently. Since I got the proof in November, I haven't read it yet. This one's about the history of Jeju Island. There was a massacre that happened there, so obviously it's a very, very sad and serious subject matter, but it's told through the story of this woman who is desperately trying to get to her friend's house in the snow to feed her pet bird. I've also got The Swimmers by Chloe Lane, which is a book I've had forever. I don't even remember how I found out about this book. It's about a 26-year-old woman living in Auckland. I think her mother gets diagnosed with cancer, and it's basically all about the family trying to fulfill their mother's final wishes. But I think a lot of the family members hate each other. I feel like there are really eccentric characters in this. Yeah, it's just a really character-driven story. It's quite short, and literally the reason that I haven't picked it up yet is because I'm worried it's gonna make me cry. God, I actually really didn't know how many books I had like this. What is going on? I thought I was gonna struggle with this prompt. And then the last book, I feel like a lot of people would agree with me that this is crying fodder, but that is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, and this is actually a YA kind of coming of age tale. From what I've heard, I don't know why, people are devastated by this book, and I did start reading this in October. I was waiting for my friends to be able to buddy read it as a group, and one of them's actually started it, so this is another one that I should really prioritize, and I have been desperate to read it. Oh god, this is so difficult. Obviously saying no to A Man Called Ove, 4 choices is 3 too many. So these are all my choices and they are all really great choices. I feel like this would be an incredible TBR. I could even do a whole video reading all of these and seeing if they make me cry. I'll bawl when it comes to movies. Like if there's like a sad soundtrack, that will get me. Listening to certain songs even, I cry just instantly. But with books, it just takes so much. So do I go with an author that I know has already made me cry and try this one? I think I'm gravitating towards Taylor Jenkins Reid, I'm not gonna lie. I really feel like I at least want one romance on my list for February because I just have to. So yeah, we're gonna pick One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, but I will absolutely be bearing in mind these other books when I'm picking the rest of my TBR. Okay, let's go ahead and pick our second prompt for February. Here it is. Oh my god, okay. I cannot express how perfect this is. This is my Hercule Poirot series prompt. So essentially with this one is that every time I pick this out of my TBR jar, I need to read the next Hercule Poirot within the month. So right now I've just finished book 2. There are like 36 books in this series, mind you, and I'm trying to get to, I think it's book 18 by the end of the year, because that's Hercule Poirot's Christmas. That's the book that I really want to be reading in December around Christmas. So my goal is to read 17 Poirots by then, and this will make it number 3. So I'm really excited. It's a short story collection called Poirot Investigates. So it's the first of like 2 or 3 short story collections in the mix. It's basically some of Poirot's early cases, so I'm so excited. I think Hastings is in a bunch of them. I personally love Hastings. A lot of people don't love him, and I do get it. I feel like I would have read that book anyway because I'm on such a roll with it. I've already read 2 in the month of January, but yeah, this solidifies it. I will be reading that book. That was really short and sweet. So let's go on to prompt number 3. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. I don't know why I like showing you guys the prompts before I read them. This is also reminding me that I really need to paint my nails. Oh my gosh, okay. Author shares their name with someone I know. Any like family member or friend that I know, if they share their name with an author on my shelves, that is a book that I can read. It's probably gonna be really hard. I've never had this one before. I am friends with the Sally, and I've got a couple of unread Sally Rooney's. I'm friends with the Jenny. Oh, this would be a deep one, I'm not sure. Okay, we're gonna go with one of these. So I've got a friend called Jenny, and this is Jenny Erpenbeck, and then I've also got a sister called Emily, and this is Emily Habeck. The names are actually really similar. Anyway, so let's go with Kairos first. This was the winner of the International Booker Prize in 2024, and I ended up meeting the author and the translator, and they signed my book, but I haven't read it yet, and that was the 23rd of May 2024. This is set in Berlin. I love Berlin. It's probably one of my favorite European cities, maybe tied with Stockholm. Anyway, this is about a huge age gap. I kind of like don't want to call it romance, but it does say romance on the back. It's set towards the end of the Cold War, so there's a huge political backdrop to this book. I think there's going to be huge themes of paranoia, but anyway, she's a young student, he's older and married. Zadie Smith called this a doomed romance. But then we've also got Shark Heart by Emily Habeck. It's a really strange tale about a world where humans can morph into animals, and it's kind of like described as a sickness. And in this particular instance, our character Lewis receives a diagnosis that he's going to slowly turn into a great white shark, which is terrifying and sounds hilarious, but I don't think it's going to be hilarious. I do tend to really gravitate towards books that are kind of about the ocean and about having a relationship with someone where there's a divide because of the ocean, like The Pisces by Melissa Broder. She falls in love with a merman, and they obviously can't be together because she lives on land, he lives in the sea. It just would never work. And then Julia Armfield's Our Wives Under the Sea. She's trapped in a submarine under the sea, and when she comes back, she's like a totally different person. So this just seems to fall into that category of books where the ocean is used as a plot device to get between a couple. I just feel like out of the 2, this is the more intriguing one, to be honest. So I think I'm gonna put this on my list for February. It's also got the word heart in it. I feel like it kind of fits the theme of kind of sad romances that we've got going on so far, plus a Poirot. That means we are on to our 4th out of 6 prompts. Let's give it a good rummage. Oh my god, that's such a cute one. Outfit picks book cover. That means that the colours that I'm wearing are dictating what book we're going to be picking. That is so cute. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm literally wearing pink specifically for this video because it's February and Valentine's Day, of course. I'm also wearing grey jeans, so not much colour going on there, so we're probably going to judge it by the pink top. But yeah, that just means that I get to pick a pink book. That is so exciting. I've got tons of pink books. Oh, shut up. This is so aesthetic. I love it. One that we've already had on a TBR jar video before, Love on the Brain. I have picked this in December and didn't get round to it, and I think it's just because it wasn't really a particularly wintry book. This is of course one of Ali Hazelwood's STEM romances, and this one's about two people at NASA, which is so cool. Like I said with my December TBR video, I've just wanted to read another Ali Hazelwood book since The Love Hypothesis and I haven't, so I'm so tempted to pick this up. And then we've got Very Very Different, Gunk Baby by Jamie Marina Lau, which is I think set in Australia and it's set at a shopping mall. I feel like this might be a social commentary piece on consumerism. I don't know why I picked this up, I just thought it would be like really fun. And then the other option, one that I hauled last month, still got the receipt in it, is the new Eliza Clark collection, She's Always Hungry. It's a horror short story collection and it is such a stunning cover. I am really tempted to read this because I am going to an event with Eliza Clark later this month, so it would be really lovely to actually have read this beforehand and then say hi to her, maybe get it signed. You know what, I think I'm gonna go with this. I've just been waiting for an excuse to pick it up. I do feel like this fits my outfit the best with the light pink. We're gonna add this to the pile. There is one book that I really want to get on my February TBR and I'm just hoping that one of the next two prompts is gonna get it for me. We're gonna go for this one. Starts with a letter in my name. Starts with a letter in my name. I don't know what name to go for because we could go for Katie or Katerina. Katrine or E. That's like a lot of letters. Also, are we including the or a in this? Because I never know whether to include the word the as like the start of the title, because that book that I was just saying, it does start with the. I feel like I need to go for it and pick that book because I'm so worried that the last prompt on this TBR is not gonna fit with this book, and at least this one kind of does. We are definitely reading The Lamb by Lucy Rose. This literally just arrived yesterday. I'm so excited to read this. It is a debut. It's about cannibalism and this mother and daughter relationship. They live in the woods, like in a cottage in the woods, and I think the mother kind of lures in men to eat them. Totally up my street. And also this is the author whose event I'm going to later this month. Eliza Clark is chairing an event with Lucy Rose. I have such high hopes for this book. I really hope it's as good as I imagine it to be. But yeah, I actually kind of just want to start this like straight away, like as the first book of this month. Here is how the TBR is looking so far. We've just got one book to add to this. This is probably my favorite TBR in a long time. We're gonna pick our final prompt now. Like I said, February short, so we're gonna keep it to 6 books. I can see the one that I want. I don't know why I want it, like there's literally no rhyme or reason to this. Here is the lucky last prompt. Shut up, I've just sabotaged myself. Classic shelf. Oh no. Oh my god, that is so intimidating. I actually can't think of a classic that I would want to read. I need to calm down. It's not actually that bad. Like I need to actually relax. It's a classic. It's not jumping off a bridge. Actually, my friend is reading Wuthering Heights right now, so maybe I should just join her in her pain. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna pick Wuthering Heights. That was actually easier than I thought. I am such a wuss. Okay, so Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Emily Bronte? Who am I? Emily Bronte. We could have actually picked this for my sister's names. We've actually got 2 Emilys on the list now. I've seen all the discourse over this film. I also totally agree that it is the weirdest choice of casting ever. Am I still gonna watch it? Yes, probably, just because I'm super curious. But yeah, this could be a really good one to read considering that movie's coming out. And obviously I've got my stunning Penguin Classics Deluxe edition. So that's Kathy and that's Heathcliff. I don't know much about this other than it's like a tragic classic set on the Yorkshire moors, and it is a classic that I've never read, so why not? My friend is going to be absolutely chuffed that I'm picking this up. I'm actually really not mad about it. I'm actually quite excited. Okay, sorry, I had to go to the post office, but I'm back now. So let's wrap up this February TBR. It's actually so beautiful. I'm obsessed. So we've got One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid for Guaranteed to Make Me Cry, Poirot Investigates for Hercule Poirot series, Shark Heart by Emily Habeck for Author Shares Their Name with Someone I Know, She's Always Hungry by Eliza Clark for Outfit Picks My Book Cover, The Lamb by Lucy Rose for Starts With a Letter in My Name, and last but certainly not least, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte for Classic Shelf. So that is it for my TBR Gel picks, what I read in February video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me pick these books as much as I enjoyed picking them. Hopefully you'll see me read all of these books in vlogs to come. But yeah, for now I hope that you guys are having a spectacular start to the month, and I will see you very shortly with a vlog. Love ya!